So there is so much going on. I had to pause to see if it was the normal negative projections or something we had to be mindful of, and the result is both motivating as well as the usual let us all be mindful. So welcome to another Let It Inspire Us, let me call it that way. So you might have been like doubting yourself, considering the events that seem to be like sort of moving forward, and then you move back, you move forward, you move back, and it's like a to and fro action, which you have been undertaking so far so good, and it is really trying and tiring. It felt like a projection of sort of like hopelessness and doubt about what you expect to happen, although you know very well that it is happening and there is no running away from what is meant to be. Not that you want to run, only you feel sort of overwhelmed by all the sudden changes in events. And as said before, nothing is how it seems to be. Although so many curtains have been lifted for us to rejoice in the glory, you somehow still hold on to some old habit that makes you hesitate and feel doubtful of your moves. I mean, you achieve something and you end up being like, what? Did that really happen? And you give yourself again, out of habit, that old version of you to start allowing fear and doubt envelop you because you are overwhelmed. And along come with that all the exaggerated imagination of all that thought of what if this happened, what if that happened. But what you don't know is that you are a great champion when it comes to great imagination. Mind you, it's imagination, and what we think we live. Why do we have to put ourselves in the pain of thinking of what ifs when we know that it is not what is supposed to happen? And hope comes in the negative energy to amplify what you are thinking. Either way, positive or negative, both gets amplified when focused on. So choose. Are you going to concentrate on the positive or the negative? Whichever way, so what? So what if it happens? So what if it happens? Does that make you evaporate into thin air or make you turn into ashes? And for that, don't you realize that you are on the verge of the finishing line? I mean, think about it. Who is it who is stopping you from seeing that finishing line and allowing yourself to pass through it? What is holding you back? And the only answer to that is nothing. Why nothing? Because what matters is what you think of yourself. You know who you are, even if you feel like you can't answer it. That is just an illusion, old program planted a long time ago, and it has expired. Yeah, it has expired. EXPIRED, expired. You have been upgraded to a new you, even without your knowledge, and you do not possess the same mindset that you used to have. You know the truths now. You know very well where you are supposed to be headed, and no one has to tell you what to do. You know that for yourself because you have measured out all the pros and cons, and everything was laid out in front of you to see for yourself what you had blinded yourself from for a long time. You know what serves you and what does not serve you. You know your boundaries, and you already started practicing keeping boundaries all throughout your journey. And it all brought you to who you are today. You learned to say no. You learned to not to look at yourself through other people's eyes. Because you looked within and saw for yourself who you are. And no one needs to come and tell you who you are. You are you, an individual who has value and values others as well. A precious being that is worthy of all the good on this earth. So repeat to yourself, I'm open to all the good that comes my way. I allow, I accept, and I deserve. Yes, you, right, that's you. You have evolved many times to a wonderful featured being, both within and both without. You cannot make excuses anymore about what belongs to you and what does not belong to you. It is your birthright, and you are thankful and grateful for having that which belongs to you. It is yours. Yours for keeping, yours for using, yours to cherish as much as you want. And no one can take it from you. You already have it. Really, you do. It felt like a long journey to it, but no, it had always been there. You only needed to be aligned to it. And that is knowing that you already have it and you don't have to think of the hows and the ways to it. Let's say you wanted something. Can you for a moment think of how it feels knowing that you already have it? If you had that thing, holding it in your hands, are you going to start thinking of how to get it, or are you going to acknowledge that you already have it in your hands and feel the gratitude of having it instead of feeling lack? Think about that. You already have it. What is your reaction? Do you keep wishing for that which you already have and can see in your hands? And that's your homework. Practice that feeling of gratitudeness, of having it instead of thinking otherwise and longing for something which you already have. You have it. You got this. You can't miss what you already have, that which is right before you. It might seem difficult at first, but after 3 trials, it gets easier. Ask and it is given. Because our destiny, even before we came into this world, was already written by God. He already wrote what you are going to live, how you are going to live, where you will be. Everything was written down. It was just up to you to choose either the way to go. Either you're going to choose A or B. And accordingly, the consequences are going to be according to what you choose. Ask and it is given. It's already given. And that is our guidance for today. So I hope this helps somebody, because we keep doubting ourselves about what we are doing, about what is to come. We think too much, overthinking too much about what is and what is not. And yet everything is already there. It is just for us to align ourselves with what is already existing. So please be safe, be well, be happy, and keep faith. You have it. It's yours. And be thankful and grateful that you have it. So till the next time, much love and God bless.